For 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has kept its secrets. It's the last surviving wonder of the ancient world, visited by millions, studied by thousands of archaeologists, scanned by the most advanced technology. And yet, in November 2017, scientists made an announcement that shocked the world. Using cosmic ray detectors, they had discovered a massive hidden void inside the pyramid. A chamber over 100 feet long that no human had entered in over 4 millennia. This wasn't speculation or theory. This was hard physics, proven by 3 different scanning technologies. Somewhere deep inside the pyramid, behind solid stone, is a space as large as a passenger jet. We don't know what's inside. We don't know how to reach it without damaging the ancient structure. We only know it exists. And it's not the only hidden space. The Great Pyramid is full of unexplored shafts, blocked passages, and mysterious anomalies that suggest we've only discovered a fraction of what's inside. The pyramid was built by Pharaoh Khufu around 2570 BC as his eternal tomb. But here's the disturbing fact. Khufu's mummy has never been found. The sarcophagus in the king's chamber is empty and always has been, as far as we know. So where is he? Was he ever actually buried there? Or is his real burial chamber still hidden somewhere inside, waiting to be discovered? This is the mystery of the Great Pyramid's hidden chambers. And modern technology is finally revealing secrets that have been buried for 45 centuries. Before we explore the hidden chambers, let's understand what we already know is inside the Great Pyramid. The main entrance is on the north face, about 55 feet above ground level. It opens into the descending passage, a narrow corridor that slopes downward at a 26-degree angle deep into the bedrock beneath the pyramid. This passage leads to the subterranean chamber, an unfinished room carved into the bedrock over 100 feet below the pyramid's base. This chamber appears to have been abandoned during construction for unknown reasons. It's rough, incomplete, and mysterious. Partway down the descending passage, the ascending passage branches upward. This passage was originally sealed with massive granite plugs that ancient tomb robbers had to tunnel around to bypass. The ascending passage leads to 2 destinations. First, it connects to the Grand Gallery, one of the pyramid's most impressive features. This is a soaring, corbelled passage 26 feet high and 153 feet long, with walls that step inward as they rise. It's an architectural masterpiece that still amazes engineers. At the top of the Grand Gallery is the King's Chamber, where Pharaoh Khufu was supposedly buried. This chamber contains an empty red granite sarcophagus. The chamber itself is built entirely of enormous granite blocks and features 5 relieving chambers above it, designed to distribute the weight of the pyramid above and prevent collapse. From the ascending passage, another horizontal passage branches off to the Queen's Chamber, though this name is misleading because queens were never buried in pyramids. This chamber is smaller and also appears unfinished. From both the King's Chamber and Queen's Chamber, narrow shafts, only 8 inches square, extend upward and outward through the pyramid. For years, these were thought to be air shafts. Now we know they have astronomical and religious significance, possibly representing the pharaoh's soul's journey to the stars. Now let's talk about the big discovery. In 2015, an international team of scientists launched the Scan Pyramids project, using cutting-edge non-invasive technology to peer inside the pyramid without drilling or damaging it. They used 3 different methods. First, infrared thermography, which detects temperature differences that might indicate hollow spaces. Second, muon radiography, which uses cosmic ray particles called muons that constantly rain down on Earth from space. Muons can penetrate solid stone, but they're absorbed at different rates by air versus rock. By placing detectors inside and around the pyramid and counting muons coming through from different angles, scientists can create a kind of X-ray image showing density variations. Third, 3D reconstruction combining all data. In November 2017, after 2 years of scanning, the team announced their findings. There is definitely a large void above the Grand Gallery. Based on muon detection, This void is at least 100 feet long and appears to have a similar cross-section to the Grand Gallery itself. It's located about 50 feet above the Grand Gallery, separated by solid limestone. The discovery was confirmed independently by 3 different teams using different muon detectors placed in different positions. This wasn't a fluke or error. The Big Void, as it's now called, absolutely exists. But what is it? That's where the mystery deepens. Some Egyptologists think it might be a second Grand Gallery, possibly leading to an undiscovered chamber. Others believe it could be a structural feature, a relieving chamber designed to reduce weight on the Grand Gallery below. A few speculate it might even be Khufu's real, still-sealed burial chamber, which would make it the most important archaeological discovery in a century. The problem? We can't look inside without physically accessing it, which would require drilling the Big Void. Isn't the only mystery inside the pyramid. Those narrow shafts extending from the King's Chamber and Queen's Chamber have their own secrets. In the 1990s, a robot crawler was sent up the southern shaft from the Queen's Chamber. After 65 meters, it encountered a stone door with 2 copper handles. In 2002, a team drilled through this door and sent a camera through. Behind it was another small chamber and another blocking stone. We still don't know what's beyond that. In 2011, another robot called Jetty was sent into the northern shaft from the Queen's Chamber. This shaft also ended in a blocking stone with mysterious markings and more copper fittings. What's behind these stones? Why were they installed? Some archaeologists believe these shafts and their blocking stones are symbolic, representing doors for the pharaoh's spirit to travel to the stars. The ancient Egyptians believed the soul would ascend to join the circumpolar stars. But others think there might be actual chambers behind these stones, possibly containing ritual objects or even burial goods. There's also a mysterious shaft called the Al-Mamun Tunnel. In 820 AD, Caliph Al-Mamun, searching for legendary treasure chambers, had his workers tunnel directly into the pyramid, bypassing the blocked entrance. They tunneled through solid limestone until they accidentally broke into the descending passage. Al-Mamun found the king's chamber already empty and left disappointed. But his tunnel revealed something interesting. The workers had to tunnel around the massive granite plugs that sealed the ascending passage. These plugs are still there, meaning the ancient Egyptians sealed the upper chambers from inside, then apparently left the pyramid by an unknown route. How did they exit? Some researchers think there might be an undiscovered passage they used. So what could actually be hidden inside these voids and chambers? Let's explore the possibilities. Theory 1. Structural voids. The most conservative explanation is that the Big Void and other spaces are architectural features designed to reduce weight and distribute stress. The 5 relieving chambers above the King's Chamber serve this purpose. The Big Void might be similar, protecting the Grand Gallery from the enormous weight above. If true, it would be empty except possibly for wooden beams or construction debris. Theory 2. Construction passages. The Big Void might be part of an internal ramp system used during construction, then sealed when the pyramid was finished. This would support the Jean-Pierre Houdin theory of internal ramps spiraling up inside the pyramid. If correct, the void would contain ramp structures and possibly construction equipment abandoned when work finished. Theory 3. A second Grand Gallery leading to an undiscovered chamber. This is the exciting possibility. The Big Void's similarity in size to the Grand Gallery suggests it might serve a similar function, a passage to something important. Perhaps Khufu's real burial chamber is still sealed above, untouched for 4,500 years. If true, it could contain treasures that make Tutankhamun's tomb look modest. Theory 4. Ritual spaces. Ancient Egyptian religion was complex. The shafts, voids, and chambers might have spiritual purposes we don't fully understand. They could represent the pharaoh's journey through the underworld, the duat, or paths for the Ka and Ba, different aspects of the soul. Some researchers point out that the pyramid texts, ancient religious writings, describe multiple chambers and passages in the afterlife journey. Theory 5, and this is controversial, undiscovered treasure chambers. Ancient sources, including Greek historian Herodotus, claimed the pyramid contained hidden chambers full of treasures. While most Egyptologists dismiss this, the fact that we keep finding new voids means we can't completely rule out the possibility. The future of pyramid exploration is both exciting and frustrating. We have the technology to scan the pyramid and detect hidden spaces. What we don't have is a way to explore them without potentially causing damage. No one wants to be the person who drills holes in a 4,500-year-old wonder of the world and causes structural damage. However, new technologies are being developed. Micro-robots that could navigate through tiny existing cracks. Advanced fiber optic cameras. Even more sophisticated muon detectors that could create higher-resolution images of what's inside the voids. In 2023, the Egyptian government approved new scans of the Big Void using improved muon technology. Results are expected in 2025 and might finally tell us if the void is empty or contains structures. There's also ongoing research using ground-penetrating radar, sonic scanning, and thermal imaging to detect other possible voids. Some researchers believe there might be chambers beneath the pyramid extending into the bedrock that have never been discovered. The Great Pyramid has stood for 45 centuries, and we've been exploring it seriously for only about 200 years. In just the last decade, we've discovered massive hidden voids we never knew existed. What else is waiting to be found? Perhaps Khufu's mummy rests in a sealed chamber, surrounded by treasures, exactly where ancient builders placed it. Perhaps the Big Void contains evidence that will revolutionize our understanding of pyramid construction. Or perhaps it's empty, and the pyramid has already revealed all its major secrets. But after 4,500 years of keeping secrets, the Great Pyramid is finally beginning to speak. And the conversation is just getting started.